Well, I know you know the Greek. He's still drag racing. He's like 80 something.
You know, there's some guys that say he's actually older than that. I mean, he's got his information out there that he's 87, I believe, but there's some racers.
Okay, we lost him again, ladies and gentlemen. We're back on. In case anyone lost the show, I ran out after four. Oh, there you are.
I don't know why this thing keeps breaking down. Sorry about that.
Okay, now what were you saying now?
I was talking about the Greek. You know, it's amazing. I think he's listed as being 87 years old, but some insider racer people say he's actually older than that. I heard that he was 90, but regardless, man, that's inspiring to have that old dude out there just giving her.
Right, yeah, no one really knows the exact age of the Greek.
Oh, sorry, man, you're breaking up.
I said no one knows the exact age of Chris Karamessinis.
And really, it doesn't matter. It's just he's got to the point where, you know, he's the man. He's still out there. I wish Big Daddy was still doing it.
Yeah.
I heard that he's building an electric car or something. Maybe he'll get back in the saddle, but regardless, it's good to see that, you know, those geezer gang, they're still out there pounding on the pedal. And that's great.
Oh, yeah. So now, Jay, I'm going to ask you some fun questions here. You ready for a few fun questions?
Sure, yeah.
If someone were to come up to you and offer you $200 million to build a brand new drag race track, where would you even consider building a brand new drag race track? And what kind of features would you want to put into that new track?
Well, that's a good question. Well, definitely need to put it somewhere where it's in a good market. Honestly, Canada's not a great market. You're going to build a $200 million track. It needs to probably be in the Midwest or California. And, you know, I think as far as features, you know, all concrete place, with a, you know, decent tower with lots of entertainment suites in it. And, you know, lots of grandstands. But a good shutdown area, you know, you want to build the place as safe as possible. Paved pits. I don't know. There's a lot of good tracks already. I don't think you can make them much better. Unless maybe you go down to Bowling Green to Beach Bend, and it's the off-site stuff that's pretty darn cool. They've got a whole amusement park there.
Yeah. All right, now, do you have any hobbies outside of drag racing?
Well, I'm pretty much a car guy, but I like fishing a lot, and I like messing around on my property. I got an acreage that we live on, doing stuff out here. But that's about it.
Oh well, if you live in Canada, you guys got great fishing out there.
Oh yeah, and ironically, the best fishing I've ever done was in the United States, up in Alaska.
So
man, they know how to grow fish up there. Holy.
So in Canada, what do you go fishing for up there?
In Alberta, primarily it's northern pike or jackfish. We have a family lake lot near Edmonton, and they've got jackfish in there up to 25 pounds.
Wow.
Trout, rainbow trout, perch. Southern Alberta, I think there's some bass in it, but
I think we lost him again.
Still there?
Oh, there you are. Okay, Jay. Now, Since you've been driving the Nitro Funny Car, has there been a greatest competitor for you?
We run the Sitcos all the time. And we're fairly closely matched, and we're lifelong friends, and our dads were lifelong friends, and our kids are lifelong friends. So it's really fun to go out and race with the Sitco family. But we race with some other guys too, as fuel altereds. We race with Nasty Dave Benjamin and Randy Bradford. Those kind of guys, they're a lot of fun to race with too.
Yeah, the Sitcos are lifetime friends until you hit the starting line.
Well, that's right. I raced my own daughter one time, and she didn't have a hope with the alcohol car. And all my friends were saying, well, go easy on her and let her win. But screw that, boy. Once you put that pre-stage bulb on, all friendships are over. It's time to go racing.
Exactly. Now, if you were able to do time traveling and go backwards in time, Jay, would you do anything differently with your drag racing career? Yeah,
I would have gotten my butt out of Canada, honestly. We're racing out of probably the worst place in North America. We have a vibrant scene here, but to go any higher than I am, you got to be in California or Indianapolis or something, and or even Canada. You need to be in Ontario, because going out and looking for money, that's where all the head offices are. So it's a tough go in Western Canada, but it's a vibrant scene. So I don't think, short of moving when I was young before I had a family, I don't think I'd change that much.
So now, if you and the wife have time to go on a vacation, what's your favorite vacation getaway place?
Well, we love going to Kauai. Beautiful little island. That's we either like to fly out to Kauai, or else we go on some interesting driving trip. A couple years ago, we flew down to New Orleans, which was really cool. We've never seen that before. And we drove up the Mississippi to Tennessee and Alabama and Kentucky, and we saw all those places. Man, that was a really cool trip. It's like a whole different world from where we live, and we got some family in that region, so it was really cool to get to see all that.
All right, now here's an easy question for you. What's your favorite food to eat?
My favorite food?
Yep, favorite food.
Oh, I love cows. I'm all about beef. Steak, you got her. Love it. Steak and potatoes. You're a
steak and potato guy.
Yeah.
What's your favorite beverage to drink, Jay?
Oh, I'm a beer guy. It's pretty much, you can't be a card-carrying Canadian and not be a beer guy.
How about
not? You get into the rum sometimes too.
How about what's your favorite non-alcoholic drink?
Oh, diet.
All right. What's your favorite movie of all time?
Man, I do not know why that keeps happening. Diet Pepsi.
All right, Diet Pepsi. Now, what would be your favorite movie of all time?
You know what? Any drag racer is likely going to say Fast Company or Two-Lane Blacktop. And those are favorites of mine. But I think one of my favorite movies is Pay It Forward with Kevin Spacey. I don't know, it's a feel-good movie.
All right, now, what's your favorite music to listen to?
I like everything. I don't like to constrain myself. I mean, I grew up listening to rock and roll, and that's what I tend to navigate to. Gotta love AC/DC. I mean, wow. But again, can't be a card-carrying Canadian unless you're into the Tragically Hip. So, the Trag is one of my faves.
Now, what do you think about the band Rush?
Oh, Rush is great.
Yeah, they're from Canada.
Gotta love them. There's a lot of Canadian artists that made it down south. It's just too bad that there hasn't been more drag racers.
Yeah. Now, what was your favorite cartoon growing up as a kid?
My favorite what?
Your favorite cartoon when you were a kid?
Oh, Bugs Bunny. Gotta have Bugs Bunny. The Roadrunner coyote deal there, man, that's great.
Yeah. Now, what was your favorite television show?
I don't watch a whole lot of TV.
Well, when you're young, I mean, what was your favorite TV show growing up?
Oh man, Gilligan's Island, I guess.
Yeah, I watched lots of Gilligan's Island myself when I was young. So you're 54, I'm 50, so you're only 4 years older than me.
Oh yeah. So you probably watched the same stuff.
Oh yeah.
We got all the U.S. channels when I was about 8, I guess. The cable companies came into town, and all of a sudden we went from 2 channels to 12 or something, which we thought was amazing. So there was lots of good shows to watch after that.
All right, now when you're out at the drag race track, do you eat? Do you eat regularly, or do you eat very light when you're on a day of racing?
If my crew guys are listening, they're going to laugh because we end up starving half the time at the track. You just get so busy. It's you don't really have time to make any food, and we don't have an extra set of hands that could sit over there and just cook. A couple years ago, we asked Courtney to cook for us, and she did one time and made everybody sick with raw hamburgers, so we gave up on that deal. So I often joke that we just throw the crew guys some dry bread crust and tell them to get to work.
Now, after the races are done, you eat?
After the races are done, lately Natasha and Courtney have been kind of heading up a little plan so that we can eat a little bit better, and they make stuff, like even if it's burgers, chili, that kind of thing.
Right.
So that's good. But track burgers are great.
Now, can you think of one most embarrassing moment you had on the drag race track?
Holy smokes! I've got so many; it's unbelievable.
Well, what's the most? What's the one that stands out the most?
Well, I think when I was bracket racing, and we had our super car, our little altered, I screwed up something on the. They got all that electronic stuff in those things, and delay boxes and shifters and all that wazoo stuff.
Right.
And I screwed up and bumped the box, and I made the delay 9.9999 seconds, and we were running in a heads-up class that night. So the tree came down and got hard on the converter, and let go of the button, and the car just sat there. And it sat there, and it sat there. And I didn't know what was wrong with the car. I shut it off. And, everybody was coming over to see what's going on, and then I heard the solenoid click, and I thought, holy shit. And the track workers found out about it. I took a few years for them to quit bugging me about that.
Wow. So, all right. Now, the next question is: if you weren't a drag racer, what do you think you would be doing in your life?
I don't know. It's the only life I know. Every now and then when I get to thinking that maybe I should retire, that immediately becomes the first problem, is I don't really know anything else.
All right.
So, maybe porn star, I don't know.
All right, now, what's been the fondest moment of your drag racing career?
Oh, it's a toss-up. Watching my daughter go down the track the first time in a funny car was pretty moving for me. Winning the first IHRA national event was pretty darn moving. But yeah, I think there's just a bunch. Just getting to the racetrack every year is fondest moment.
You said IHRA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first year IHRA came into Canada, we were running like a similar to 7.0 Pro with an alcohol funny car, and we won the first race. It was at our home track in front of just a massively packed grandstand. There must have been 10,000 people there. And, my dad was racing with me still, and that was huge. A couple of my kids were at the track. That was really fun.
Now, the closest track to where me and my wife live, like 30 minutes from us, is an IHRA track. And we have two funny cars that race there every Memorial Day weekend and Labor Day weekend. But one of the guys, he's moving back to Australia, so we're losing him. So you can move down this way and you can replace him.
There you go. I'm coming.
I don't know if you know him or not. Is it Baz Young with the Down Under Thunder funny car?
Oh, yeah. I know Baz.
Yeah, he's going back to live back in Australia. He's got some business to do down there.
No kidding.
So
yeah. He's a really great guy, had a nice car, and his tuner guy is also really a great guy.
You talking about Wayne or the other guy? Jerry.
Too bad.
Nitro. I think I lost you again.
Okay, I'm still here.
There you are. I know he's got Wayne working with him. And then he... Yeah,
so... Where, he lives in the Midwest right now?
Yeah, he's Wisconsin.
Huh. Wow.
So yeah,
one of the good ones.
So yeah, he's moving out of Australia, I believe, next year. So yeah, if you move down here to Wisconsin, you can race against Doc Holliday and the Telstar Memorial Day weekend and Labor Day weekend here.
Jeez, he's one of my heroes. That would be really cool.
Yeah, because Doc's gonna need someone to match race against.
Cool.
Now, if people are listening and they want to find your schedule, what's the best way for them to find your schedule for the one season?
Oh, we don't usually publish our schedule, after February, but we have a website. It's microfunnycar.ca, and we have a presence on Facebook under, I think it's Prospector Nitro Car page, Mageau Family Racing, where we publish all that stuff, and we're pretty good about trying to keep up on the social media, so there's always something happening on there.
All right, now how important do you think it is for the families to bring their kids out to watch drag racing in this day and age?
Oh, huge. The kids. As a kid myself, growing up at the track, I was in awe. Big Daddy would come, or the Snake, or Mongoose, or even Ace McCulloch. To an 8 or 10-year-old kid, they were like rock stars to me. And I hope that there's kids that are getting that experience coming out the track. Not that I want to be a rock star, just that I want a kid to experience the passion of our sport. So, I think it's great to get kids out there. And we open our pit area to families, any kids that want to sit in the car and get pictures or get autographs. They usually walk right by my ugly old face so they can get Courtney's autograph. But, it really is. You get those kids out there, maybe they'll even get involved in junior drag racing. That's huge up here. We've got, there must be 50 juniors in our area. And those junior kids, they turn into drag racers. They already are drag racers, but for instance, in Courtney's class, there's half a dozen young adults driving funny cars and they were junior kids.
Right. Yeah, it's getting pretty big here in the United States too.
And I think Leia was a junior kid, I believe, and I know that young lady in Pro Stock, she was a junior kid. It's really it's a good thing. So if you get some kids out to the drag strip and they see those juniors and they want to do it, man, that's just a bonus.
Oh yeah.
The sport needs that.
Yeah. Yeah, the kids are the future of drag racing.
You betcha.
Yeah. Well, Jay, I want to thank you very much for taking time to do an interview tonight.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having us, and good luck with your program. If we do follow us on the Facebook there, and if we do get down to the Midwest, you make sure you come by, and we'll give you some Canadian beer.
Sounds good. Well, do you have any final words or thank yous you want to give out to anybody?
Again, I feel pretty blessed to be able to do our sport, but I got to say thanks to everybody who comes out to the races, the people that put their heart and soul into running the racetracks, the people that sponsor the sport, and all the people behind the scenes that help out just to make it happen. You got to say thanks to all of those people.
All right, sounds good. Well, thanks again, Jay, and everybody listening. Hope you tune in tomorrow. We'll have Jay's daughter, Courtney, on for an interview.
Yeah, she's way better looking. I got a face for radio.
Then after that, you can tune in Jay and Courtney on Buzz Radio, Radio Buzz D with Joe Walla.
That's right. All right.
Gonna be a busy night for you tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, thanks for supporting our support. Thanks for supporting our sport.
No problem.
And making this venue open for us to use. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. We'll do another one in the future, and we'll get updated how you're doing.
Cool.
So when the season begins next year, we'll get you on again.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
You have a great night, Jay.
Take care.
Bye-bye.